everybody. This is T with Kate's Crafty Closet, and I'm here with the monthly challenge for December for Create at Home with G, where every month myself, Donna, Andrew, and Angie, and Gareth do a challenge for ourselves. We use 3 different color combinations and we create a card. And this month our guest is going to be May from May Made It. And today's colors for this month of December are green, red, and black. And here is a card that I am going to show you how I made. And make sure you go ahead and check out the links below for everybody else's videos. When you create a card and post it in G's group, which is Create Home with G, which I'll link in the description box below, you could be entered in to win a prize at the end of the month. You get 5 little goodies from one of our, and May is going to be sponsoring December's giveaway. So super excited about that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll do the best that I can to link the products that I use in the description box below as well. So the first thing you're going to go ahead and need is, this is some black cardstock. This is just 110 pound that I pick up from Michael's that I use in my stash all the time. So you're going to need that. That's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is a side folding card, A2 size. Then I went ahead and die cut this oval out of the same black cardstock. This is a Spellbinders, I think it's called Fancy Ovals. Yeah, Fancy Edge Ovals. This is the larger one. So you're going to need that, and put that to the side. Then I went ahead and I had some green cardstock in my stash that had some snowflakes on it. So, and then I went ahead as well as I used this 3D embossing folder from Sizzix. This has snowflakes on it, okay? And I use this die right here to cut out the actual paper so I don't have, sometimes I struggle with the trimmer, so this is just easier. This is a large one. This is called Spellbinders A2 Matting Basics A. So we got that. So that's another piece that we're going to need. And then lastly, some of the things that I use, I will show you, is this paper pad I used that I picked up from Tuesday Morning, either last year or this year. And this is where I got all of my cardstock that I used. I used the red and black gingham plaid, and then I used the red glitter, and then I used the, well, not the red glitter, it's just the, yeah, the red glitter I did use, and the green glitter. And then for the gold, but the Happy Holidays, I use this, just a regular gold sheet. If you don't have these paper pads, any kind of paper will work. Just wanted to show you what I used. And then for the Happy Holidays, this is the paper that I use, and I did go ahead and put some double-sided foam tape on it. It's not super thick, but enough to give it a little bit of dimension. And that Happy Holidays is from this die from Simon Says Stamp called Happy Holidays. Okay, so let's go ahead and put together the poinsettia. The poinsettia is from MFT. This one is called, hold on, right here, Perfect Pointsettia. So you get all these dies in it, and you get one more that has little circles. So I went ahead and used the large one and the small one, and then I used the large leaves. So the plaid one, I used the large, and then the smaller one, I used the glitter, red glitter, and then for the large leaf, I used the green glitter. So now we're just going to go ahead and put that together, which is really easy, not too difficult. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a piece of this foam square. If you don't have smaller ones, you can just cut one down. I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that to the center of the larger one, and I'm going to put the smaller one on top. And I'm going to space it in between the leaves of the other one, so we have, it fills it in. Okay, so there we have that. So let's go ahead and glue our leaves in the center. All right, I usually tap my glue on the side so I don't get a big giant splatter, but I just used it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that leaf there, and the other one I'm going to put right next to it. Give that a second or two to dry, and we'll work on some other aspects of the card until that dries for a second. So essentially that's your little poinsettia. Super easy, super simple, and really awesome. So you can use any kind of colors you want to. See how that glue and that leaf doesn't want to agree with me. And glitter paper, you know, is a little bit harder to adhere. So I'm going to hold it for a second, then I'll put it down. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is, this is just some plain white scrap paper that I had, and I just took a yellow marker, as you can see right there. This happens to be a chameleon, and I just went ahead and colored that yellow because it's easier to do it beforehand rather than after the fact. And I went to take a hole punch, and I just went ahead and punched the yellow out. This one actually holds it in the inside, which is kind of cool. So we put that to the side, and then we'll add that to the center of our flower poinsettia afterwards. So let's go ahead and bring in our card panel. This is since it's black, we need a little something to be able to write on. So this is a postage stamp die from Tim Holtz. And we're going to go ahead and add some adhesive glue, liquid glue, onto the back of that, and put that onto the inside of our card. Do the best that I can to line it up and center it. I'm not the greatest at that, and I'm okay with that. And then that'll be able to leave room for your sentiment. And just for I'm going to do this for the video so I can keep it lying flat. I'm going to take a piece of washi tape, and I'm just going to close so that doesn't keep popping up on me because it's a thicker cardstock. So I'm just going to put this washi tape right here, and I'm going to, so that way it keeps it a little bit closed and I don't have to struggle with that. And then I'm going to come in with that panel, that green panel. That's a snowflake embossing folder. And I'm going to add my adhesive or glue, like whatever your favorite adhesive is to use in your card making. I tend to use art glitter glue a lot, so I'm going to do the best that I can to line up. That there's a very small border with that larger die and a standard A2 size card, so you're not going to have a super large border. Okay, and I'm okay with the placement of that. Give that a little rub. Then we're going to come in with that black oval, and we're going to go ahead and put some glue onto that oval. And you can use whatever kind of decorative dies you have, and it doesn't have to even be a die. You have a punch, you can use those. You have a digital machine like a Cricut or a Silhouette or an Eclipse, you can use those to cut your basic shapes out. I always find a tendency to do a lot of basic shape cutouts, especially like for the inside. I always do those ahead of time. So okay, now that we have, I think this should be pretty good. So I have that little yellow circle already cut out from earlier. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the center, probably a little bit too much. I can use my finger. It doesn't absorb so quickly because that is glitter paper. And I'm just going to do that little yellow dot in the center. Give it a second to grab, which it may not, because like I said, that glitter paper has a tendency to not want to stick. It takes a little bit longer than normal, just regular paper. All right, so that's our little thing. And that does come with little stamens, but because I want it a little bit more flat, I decided not to go ahead and do that. And right now I'll go ahead and put on a foam square in the center of that, just to give it a little bit of dimension. And I'm not going to adhere this down with glue just yet. I will wait until after we do the placement of our sentiment, because that sentiment is, yeah, I struggled with that. So that's why I put the foam square on there, because it'll keep it in place. I don't have to repeatedly, hold it down or move it. And that Happy Holidays I wish the H is separate from the rest of the word. I wish it wasn't so. And this is why I put adhesive foam on there, because I don't have to have all that glue running all over the place. So I'm just going to try to do my best to line it up. It's going to go a little bit over the poinsettia. And so we're going to move our H over a little bit to have it close to our happy. Okay, I can push it down, and then we're going to grab. Sorry about that. I got a phone call and it interrupted my video, so you might have a little bit of a gap in here. So we're going to go ahead and take that holiday part. Like, I'm not going to press it down to, I kind of know where I want it, and this is the part I struggled with the most when I made the original card, and that's why I put the foam on there, because I knew it would go off of the die cuts, and getting it straight is not easy. So if it has a little bit of curve to it, I'm okay with that. Okay, and then we're going to grab our other H. Like I said, I wish these were connected and not separate. So there, that kind of completes our card. Super easy, super simple. The hardest part is just kind of cutting all the pieces and then putting them all together. But that is our card for today. I want to thank you for joining me. Make sure you head over to Create at Home with G so you can enter into the giveaway, and also make sure you check out all our other creators' videos on the cards that they make using red, green, and black. So again, thank y'all for being here, and y'all have a craft today, y'all.